Let's look at that question now in terms of political assassinations over the years. This is not the first time the United States or indeed world leaders who've survived or fallen dead due to assassination attempts. From John F. Kennedy in the 1960s to more recently in this country, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, assassinations have changed the course of political mandates more than once. This begs the question if the failed assassination bid against Donald Trump will also change the tide of that election in America. Take a look at this special report on just how assassination bids play out in the political world.
Political assassinations and attempts have always left an indelible mark on a country's political history, sometimes remarkably affecting the political mandates that have followed them. US saw its most infamous assassination when over 1.5 centuries ago, President Abraham Lincoln was gunned down. Lincoln was shot by slavery sympathizer John Wilkes Booth, a member of one of America's most renowned families of actors. Roosevelt was the first former president to be shot while campaigning for a return to office. The former Republican had formed the Blue Moose Party to fight the election. He was fired at while on his way to address a public meet in Milwaukee on October 14, 1912. A metal eyeglasses case and a 50-page speech kept in his pocket took the sting out of the bullet. Roosevelt gave his speech with the bullet still in his chest, with these famous words: "Friends, I shall ask you to be as quiet as possible. I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot, but it takes more than that to kill a bull moose." Roosevelt's speech made history, but he lost the election. But it was President John F. Kennedy's killing in 1963, seen on screens across the world, which made the world numb. His accused killer was Lee Harvey Oswald, a former US Marine who had embraced leftist ideology and defected for a time to the Soviet Union. After Kennedy's assassination, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was elevated to top post. In 1964, the Democratic Party and Johnson won the presidency with a stunning 61% of the vote and had the widest popular margin in American history, more than 1.5 crore votes.
My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
In 1981, then US President Ronald Reagan was shot but escaped death. The shooter was 30-year-old John Hinckley. Hinckley said that he wanted to shoot President Reagan to impress actress Jodie Foster. In November 1984, Reagan won a second term. In 1984, back home, the assassination of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi by her Sikh bodyguard led to the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. Politically riding a nationwide tsunami of sympathy, the Congress led by Rajiv Gandhi won 414 seats. 1991, a day after the first round of polling on 20th May, former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. The Congress that trailed in the first phase rode a sympathy wave of public grief to sweep the second phase. In our neighbourhood, Sri Lankan President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga was targeted in a terror attack by the LTTE on December 18, 1999. She lost an eye but won the election held 3 days later. More recently, Bolsonaro was stabbed in the abdomen on 6 September 2018 while campaigning. Months later, on 1 January 2019, he was sworn in as the President of Brazil. The trend of political murders is one of the most potent challenges to security agencies across the world. While politically, mostly, it has worked as an elixir for those who have survived the attempt and for their political parties. If they did not survive, the price, though, is too high to pay. With Preeti Chaudhary, Bureau Report, India Today.
The tragic tale of political assassinations